Hey everybody, this is Tammy and I'm back with another third-party Transformers video review. And this time I have Fansproject's Function XV instead of 5 this time, M.A.D.L.A.W, which is actually an acronym for his 6 different forms, which are his robot form, which is they call Master V or Master 5, I guess. I don't know if it's supposed to be Master V or Master 5. Aqua Force, which is the boat. Dirt Driller, which is the drilling machine or the driller machine. Laser Shot, which is a gun. Airstrike, which is a plane. And Wood Runner, which is the, I assume it's a wolf. So looking at the box, it's normal Fansproject's Function X boxes with it being a clear outside with white designs on it, and the box is actually what you get the color out of, so you can see that. So you can see 2 of his forms right here. This is the Wood Runner, this is the Aqua Force, and then you come here on the side and you can see Master V, and then this right here is actually supposed to be Airstrike, so you can see that. And then you got Dirt Driller right here, you have Laser Shot right here, then you have kind of line art of part of his face, and you come here and you have the Function XV again with M.A.D.L.A.W, and then there's, you know, there's nothing on the top or bottom. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this guy open and check him out. Alright, so here I have M.A.D.L.A.W out of the box and in his Master V mode. M.A.D.L.A.W is actually better known as Quickswitch. That's what most of you guys would know him as in the Transformer universe. It is a little different with this being the Function X. Generally in the past, those have all been headmasters, and for some reason they decided to go ahead and switch over to a 6 changer, which I'm fine with that, but I don't know why they decided to do that and step away from the headmaster, since they still had a lot that they could actually do. Along with the figure inside the box, you do get his instruction manual, so you can see that it's nice. It's like it normally is, where you flip it open and it has all his instructions, and all the parts that are changed are actually in red. So you go through here and you get all the different things, and unfortunately there's no it doesn't show or hint at what's going to be next, so that's, like I said, unfortunate. And then it does come with his, he does come with his blasters, and you take these and fold that out and then extend that for different things. And you can take these and extend both these out, both these. Take, if you see right here, on the side you can actually take and attach his guns right here to the side. We're not going to go too far into the Master V because I'll have him back again at the end of the video. But he also does come with a larger kind of G1-esque type guns, and unfortunately they don't fit in any of the his alt modes. Just mainly in this mode where you can use them as guns. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this in the proper order, in the order of his acronym. The instructions are actually in reverse order. They start with Wood Runner and then go to, well, actually they start with Master V, then go to Wood Runner, and then go back towards Aqua Force. And I'm actually going to go kind of backwards. I'm going to start at Master V, which he already is. Then I'm going to go in the correct order, which is Aqua Force, Dirt Driller, Laser Shot, Airstrike, and then Wood Runner. So to get him into to get him into Aqua Force, we're going to start, and we want to move these up. And generally, in robot form, it shows him like this, but I like to take him and go ahead and put him down here, just so that he doesn't have big old wings sticking off of his back. But you're going to take these, move these up like this, and then rotate these down. Oops. those down. And then we want to take and open this panel on his chest. Well, actually, you can just pop the head up and then open the panel, flip the head back down, and close up the panel and close this up. Then you want to take this drill, you want to rotate it up and go ahead and close it together. And then you want to take and make sure I'm getting this all on frame. Take his arms and you want to take and put his fists up. So to put his fists up, this tread back here you pop up and then you rotate his fist back and then pop the tread back down. Be careful, these claws are very sharp, very sharp. And you're going to do this with this other arm. So you pop this panel, rotate the hand back, close the panel back, and then you want to take and flip these panels open like this. You see these little knobs right here, and those actually tab into his fist. Rotate it up like this and just make sure that everything is all kind of squared away on there. Okay. Okay, and then once you have that, then you want to rotate these down like this. And then you want to take, and for right now we're just going to flip these out right here. Be careful, once again, these are sharp. Those things on his, I guess you could say the head portion right there, are pretty sharp, so just be careful with that. You want to flip this up. You're going to take and rotate like this, and you'll see that there's a tab right here, and then there's a little notch right there, and you want to notch that in to right there. Flip that up. You want to do that with the other side. Flip that up. Come on. Okay, I didn't have it at enough of an angle. That's the issue that I was having. Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay, so like that. And then you're going to take this, see this, and then tabs into the slot where the gun's tabbed into. So all those tab together. And then this right here, you just want to flip the foot around, flip it down like that, flip it down like that. Sorry, I don't know if you saw that or not. I have to lower my camera a little bit for this guy. Okay, and then you want to take the two guns. All you want to do is flip out the barrels, and then there's little holes right here. You can see them right there in the, and you just tab those into there, kind of like that, and it fills in the gap a little bit. That's mainly what it does. Alright, so there's the Aqua Force. It doesn't look too bad as a boat. It's you don't have to use much of your imagination. You can pretty much see that that's a boat. The only thing is he has a drill bit sticking out the back, but that's fine. Alright, so now to transform them into the dirt driller. Alright, so we'll go ahead and pull these out and flip these around. Take and flip these down. And then once we go from there, then we're going to rotate these around like this. And then flip out like this. I'm going to pull, kind of spread that apart a little bit. Pull this apart. Flip this kind of back under like this. And then we'll take these and flip these up like that. Alright. And then we'll take these panels, flip these panels up. Then we're going to take and clamp these back together, but without this in between it. So pull that down. And then you're going to see that there are these two holes, one right here and then one right here. And those two are going to tab one right here and into there. Okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and get that all lined up. Okay. That tabs in like that, and you're just going to take and see, because these arms don't really tab in anything, so you're just going to leave them like this, and then this kind of helps stabilize the back. And then for the weapons, you're just going to tab them into the hands right here. So that is Dirt Driller, and unfortunately the drill does not spin, so it's a fixture. It's a fixed drill. And once again, this mode is not too bad. You can see a lot of other things in it, especially the paws, and I think the reason that they put the guns right here is to kind of hide that stuff back here. And then you have a lot of open space right here, but it's not too bad. I like this as the top. I don't know, this kind of reminds me of some kind of helmet or something, and these are the eyes, so I kind of like that. Alright, and so after Dirt Driller we get Laser Shot. So we want to remove the guns again. We want to open this panels, and then once again we want to fold up the arms into these panels. Make sure that it's tabbed in correct. Okay. Okay, those are tabbed in correct. Alright, so we were going to flip these out, flip this down, then pop this out like that, and then we want to rotate the waist around, and then this right here, we flip this around. We want to kind of break that apart, and so now we're going to flip it onto its back. Alright, and then rotate this up, and then rotate this like that, and then we want to rotate these to the other side, and then we're going to bring all of this together. Okay, and then once you have this together, then let's see, let me get this on the right side. We're going to take and split these apart, and then rotate at this portion right here. I have my camera so low. Rotate these around. I forgot that the instructions show you twisting it around, but you don't actually do it. I do apologize about that move. The instructions for some reason show you twist the waist around, but you actually don't. So like that, and then you want to go, oops, forgot to move these panels out. So you flip these out, and you flip this out. You want to take and like this, and like this. Okay, so this like this, and then here. Okay, and then you want to close this up a little bit, and then these fold in like this. Alright, and then you're going to take this and fold these out. Okay, and then your guns go in here. And then you want to come back here. You're going to have these like this and like this. And you're going to take right here at this joint right here, you're going to pull this down right here. And then you have your gun. See? This is kind of like a sight, and you have your two barrels right here, and then you have your this right here, and then sorry, I forgot to mention one more thing. You have this right here, and you pop this open, and this is supposed to be your trigger. So, pew pew pew, laser gun. Only thing I don't really like about this is this portion right here. The original didn't have this part right here, and I think that it kind of feels like six-shot a little bit with this panel right here. Next one is going to be Airstrike. So Airstrike, the first thing we want to do is remove those. And then with those removed, we're going to come back here, we're going to flip that up. Then we're going to come back here. So we're going to take these and flip these out. We're going to come this way, and we're going to break this apart. Flip this to the outside. Flip these forward. And then we're going to take this and flip this like this for right now. And then we're going to take and then rotate this around to this side. So you have to pull it out a little bit and then rotate it and then put it back in. Alright. Make sure that's down. And we're going to take these two pieces and put them together. And then with that locked together, then we're going to take these paws and put them back down. And then we'll take these and put these down like this. We're going to come this way, and we're going to remove those back up. Come on. Push those up. Push this back up. And then we're going to split this again. And I'm trying to remember exactly which way this goes. This doesn't seem to be going right. That away. Take that away. Here, here. Rotate that. Rotate that. Flip this up. Flip this up. Flip that out. Flip that out. This will be the front part. Okay. So here is, this is Airstrike right here, and officially it shows that you have the drill on the bottom, but I don't really like the drill down there, so I tend to keep it up here just so it's out of the way. I don't feel like there's a drill hanging off the back. I really don't like that. So the guns, they go right in here, and you have to kind of force them down in there. Let's see. And there you have airstrike in it. It's a little off, especially with these being vertical stabilizers. With the original, they actually had these, and these became the tips of the wings, which I would have much rather preferred than this. I don't know. Alright, so for his last mode, which is Wolf, I'm sorry, not Wolf, but Woodrunner, we're going to take this, flip this under, flipping this back under like that. Alright, and then we're going to take, and I forgot to remove those, so we'll remove those. I'm going to take and flip these back. Then we're going to rotate this like this, and this like that. And then once that's rotated like that, then we're going to come and extend out this. Extend this. And we'll make sure that the paws are out on this. So, paws are out. Right, so paws are out on that. Then we're going to go and rotate supposed to rotate around here, but they get caught up because of this tab down here. So rotate that around. And rotate the feet around. And once we have those rotated around, then we'll move these back up like this. Then we're going to take this whole section, and you know what? I probably shouldn't have done that. And just rotate all this around, alright? And I wonder if I can leave that like that. I'm going to try and leave this like this, just so I don't have, yeah, I keep that there. And then I want to go and with these here, I don't remember flipping those back, I don't know. We're going to close this up and make sure everything is closed so everything tabs together properly. Alright, so that's all tabbed together now. And then with that all tabbed together, then you come here and you're starting to see him coming together. So you want to flip these up, and then you can actually open his mouth right there, but I'll show you that a little bit later. And then, alright, so now it's time to do his back legs. So we want to take these and we want to flip these out. Alright, and then with that all flipped out like that, you're going to take and pull this apart. And take and rotate like that. Remember, you have to pull these out a little bit to rotate it and then push it back in. And take this, pop this up like that. Rotate the feet. And really, this is what's supposed to be Wolf Runner form. And it's, I think personally, it's one of the most, I think it's the one that everyone wants to see, but it's actually the one that's most lacking. Because, let's see here, I'm going to show you where the guns go also, and they are put on such a way that they actually hide some of the gapping issues on him. So you take and you tab. It's not really a tab, it's just this little notch right here. See? And then you take in, you stick it like that. And that's basically where his gun is. And then you have some little guns down here, but they're not really ever used for anything. And then you have this mess back here. that's all I can describe it as, is a mess. Every other form, I like this section right here, except for this one form. They couldn't figure out how to do something else with it. I know in the original, this portion went up to make part of the legs, and I don't know if there's really anything they could have done to re-engineer that. I think that this is what hurt this form right here, or what hurts this form right here is this whole back portion right here. This part right here, I can live with, and I can live with what this is. Really, it's not this form that you're going to leave it in. It's, you know, you're going to have it in the Master V form. So let's go ahead and get it back to Master V form. So we're going to take these off, and like I was saying before, he can't open his mouth up, and it does look pretty nice. It's the face is kind of, but it's okay. It's don't forget that those are very sharp, very sharp. All right, so that's pulled apart, and the first thing we got to do is we have to come over here and we have to rotate the waist. Rotate the waist. All right. So now we want to take this, and we want to go like this, and then we want to go like this, and flip that, flip that, take this, well, not yet, take this, and go like that, and then this becomes the foot, and these, oh, I always put this in the wrong way, like that, flip this in, this kind of becomes the heel. Alright, so I have Master V's legs again. He's not standing very good right now. I think it's mainly because of the way his arms are. And I don't remember how I had the arms on here. We'll start right here. So you'll rotate this down, flip this forward, rotate this down, flip this forward, rotate this around, and then you want to flip this back and then rotate these like that, and then you're going to come back here again, and remember the hand was in here. You can see the hand, but it doesn't twist that way. So you want to flip the paw up, flip the hand out, close the tread. So I'll do that once more on this side. So flip that up, flip the hand out, flip that like that, flip that like that, and basically all you're missing now is a head. So and retrieve the head. You just flip this out, and you can see the head right there. Pop the head out, and flip that back like that, and there you have Master V. And normally I just take and I rotate these down, just so they're not sticking way out the back. You can go like that and kind of say that they're some kind of wing or something. I don't know. And here are his guns again, so you can. And I must say that I like these guns a little bit better than these huge ones right here, but I think if they would have gone about to some way to incorporate these in all the different modes, it may have made it look a little bit better. But I do like these guns better, so in this mode. Alright, there's a couple things on him that I didn't show you the first time. I did show you that those can clip onto his waist to kind of holster them. And then also he has, with his head, he has an extra feature on there. So if you come And let me show this to you. Let me raise this up a little bit so I can show you this. If you look at them, you're going to see this blue kind of thing right here. If you take that and flip it forward, you'll see it has a visor that flips down. See, visor flip down. Which I kind of like the visor down a little bit more than up. I wish it would have been a little bit of a darker blue color, just so that you don't see a lot of the stuff that's on the inside. I don't know, some people may like that a little bit better. Personally, I wish it was a little bit darker. So for his articulation, real quick, let me show that off for you. The head is on some kind of ball joint, so you can left and right, up and down, it can go all the way around. You come out here to the shoulders, so you have two joints. One joint so that you can move it forward and back, and then there's a joint that comes into here on the shoulder so that you can move it out. Then you come here and you have an elbow joint, and then right above that elbow joint is your pivot. And then you come down here to the wrist and there's nothing at the wrist. So you come down here to the waist, you can twist it if this stuff's not in the way. So you can twist at the waist. And then you come down here to the legs at the hip and you have two joints. So one that goes back and forward and then one that goes out. Actually, you know what? Sorry, it's a ball joint. So but you can only go out about that far. I thought it was two joints. It's actually a ball joint. That surprised me. Then you have a twist right here. Then you have your knee joint. So you can go about that far because this thing is in there. You can go all the way when this gun is not in there, and I'm tapping those claws, and those claws are sharp. So it can go about that far like that. And then it gets hindered by those guns. One kind of unfortunate thing is he doesn't have any heel support on him. So if you do something where you make him a little bit back heavy, he will fall backwards. So, other than the few nitpicks that I've had on him with his Woodrunner mode and with the head being a vertical stabilizer on the airstrike, pretty much he's not a very bad figure. I know it's really hard to engineer a six changer and especially make him look like six different distinctive things without, you know, having issues like large gaps or just things that don't look right at all. Mainly it was just that one mode, that Wolfrunner mode that kind of throws things off. But other than that, all the other modes were pretty good. I do like his color scheme. His colors look nice with the reds and the almost aqua green, and then the grays. Plastic quality is, you know, I don't feel like I'm gonna have any problems with any kind of breaking or anything like that. I would just say, you know, once again, be careful on the sharp parts like the claws. If you're a fan of multi-changers, I would say go ahead and pick them up, just because there is something kind of mystical about a six changer. You know, you have a few triple changers, but there's very few six changers. So with that, that's going to go ahead and conclude my review of Function XV or X5 M.A.D.L.A.W. Don't forget to check out my other videos, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. This has been M.A.D.L.A.W, and I'll see you next time.